Skye Squad, we are back in the building, and today we're going to be talking about Wendy Williams and the good Evelyn Lozada. Lots to cover today with regards to these two ladies. First things first, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Hit that notification bell button and join the texting community so I can send you a text message just as soon as a new video drops. Now let's go ahead and get into the news, all right? So first things first, you guys may recall that Wendy Williams has a documentary and a biopic coming out on January 30th. I, for one, will be glued to the television set watching both of these things go down, okay? Now, we're going to start our news off with Wendy Williams, and then we're going to segue into Evelyn Lozada because the two are kind of related, okay? So first things first, in the upcoming documentary and biopic, we have learned that there is a point in time in which Wendy reveals that she was indeed violated by R&B singer Sherrick. Now, I know a lot of you guys may not recall who Sherrick is or his one-hit wonder, but she does detail the event in, excruciating detail. And it's one of those situations where, she indicates that she was essentially, I guess she interviewed him. The interview turned into something a little more. She was smitten by him. And then the next thing you know, she says she has been invited to go with him to like some type of album release event or something like that. And then from there, she goes back to his hotel room and they're partying it up, okay? They was on the white powder and stuff like that. Oh yeah, she says this in and I'll put the article down below. On the white powder and stuff, and she's, at the room, and next thing you know, the event happens. He violates her and basically she leaves and she goes on and she says that she just, picks up and moves on with her life. But the interesting thing about it is at this point now, she says that this had not been revealed until now. And I think in the article it states that she didn't even realize that he had passed in 1999, okay, at the age of 41. But he is survived by a wife and kids. So now they know the story and the story is out there. It's wild to me that, when I hear about things like this happening, it seems as though, and she sort of indicates this in the article as well, the prevalence of events like this happening to a lot of women all over all the time. And I really think it's important that Wendy, obviously talks about it, because I feel like her telling her story allows someone else to feel comfortable with coming forward and sharing their stories and hopefully helping to save someone else from going through that type of experience ever again. The biopic and the documentary are going to be insane. I cannot wait to watch both of them. Let me know what you guys are excited to see. I did not know about this story until it just came out on the news. And I was like, wow, I had no idea about this, or actually who even Sherrick was for that matter, to be quite honest with you. But apparently he only had like one major hit. But anyway, it's some wild things. And, God bless her for being able to just pick up and move on. It just really, I think doing this channel has opened my eyes to so many of the issues that face women, that sometimes as a man, and I know that it happens to men too, that I don't tend to always think about because, I don't necessarily always know that it's happening. So for me, this has opened my eyes to exactly how prevalent this issue is and how much effort we need to put into putting a stop to it from happening in the future. With that out of the way, let's move on over to Evelyn Lozada, okay? And Basketball Wives, because we have a lot to kind of uncover and unpack here. Now, Wendy Williams wants to issue an apology to Evelyn Lozada. So I don't know if you guys may recall, back when, I think it was a couple of years ago after Evelyn had her son, okay? Wendy shared the news on her talk show. She said Evelyn gave birth to a cash register. A baby boy. I don't mean to make that cash register joke, but you see why it's easy to be said. Here's what I'm thinking, Ev. You should become involved in a lot of charity work and also talk to your man about opening another Dulce, only Dulce Beverly Hills, okay? For those of you guys who don't remember, Dulce was Evelyn's shoe store that she had when she was in Miami. So then Evelyn clapped back on Twitter. She said, you know, Wendy Williams, I never bothered anyone. I even bought you a beautiful bouquet of flowers congratulating you on your Broadway debut. Since you want me to open Dolce in LA, maybe your man can come to that store and purchase shoes for another woman like he did at my Miami store. Oh, by the way, he purchased the Cassidy suede over-the-knee boots, triple platform, just in case you wanted to know. Hashtag don't come for me. Hashtag I never bother you. Hashtag now put that on hot topics, okay? And now Wendy is saying that she owes Evelyn an apology, okay? Apparently this came up while discussing, like I said, the new season of Basketball Wives and looking at the cast photos. She said, Shaunie is right there in front. Shaunie O'Neal is still the boss. She's not the star. They tell me that the star is Evelyn Lozada, who I told you I still need to apologize to. Remember the shoes in Miami, the ex-husband and the jump off and the whole bid? You know what I'm talking about, Ev. You got that, okay? So interesting stuff right there. You know, I'm here for Wendy being open to apologizing for something that she said, especially because I felt like that joke was done in poor taste. However, really what this made me do, it made me really think about who is really the star of Basketball Wives, right? So shout out to Urban Bell Mag for posting this story. But, you know, as I think about the star of Basketball Wives, I understand that the network probably pushes Evelyn out front at times to seem like the star. And I can understand why a lot of people think that she would be the star. But looking at the cast photo, it's clear that Shaunie is being pushed out front at this point in time as sort of the central figure or the face of the show. But I would argue, and this is just me, and we can debate about this all we want. Basketball Wives, to me, at this point in time, does not work without Jackie Christie. Now, I don't know if you would want to call Jackie Christie the star of the show, but I would definitely say that Jackie Christie provides something for this show in the way that you have a central figure like, who else? I would equate her to being kind of like, I don't want to say, because she's not the nucleus of the group, but there's something to be said about Jackie and her marriage, okay, being that she is usually one of the only people who's still married on that show, who legitimizes the franchise. To be quite honest with you, if you really want to talk about it, she's funny, she provides comic relief. You know, whether Jackie is wrong or whether she is right, whether she's being messy, whether she's involved in the drama or the chaos, you cannot tell me that Jackie Christie does not make this show, okay? But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. You know, to me, it could be argued that one of these three ladies could be considered the star of the show, or they could all be considered the stars of the show. I mean, it doesn't have to be just one over the other. I was just asking the question simply because Wendy mentioned it, you know, on Hot Topics or whatever. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell button, and I will catch you in the next video.